Hey guys, today's project is all about energy efficiency, and I'm focusing on making my house more energy efficient by closing off the patio from the rest of the house. So we have this attached patio that was added onto the house a long time ago, well before we bought it. And it's a great space for hanging out and entertaining, but unfortunately it was poorly constructed and it's an extreme energy waster and in need of some major TLC. At some points you can actually see outside. There are large window openings off the dining room, and then there's two large openings where there used to be doors that are no longer there, and there's a door off a breakfast nook and a window knockout. So anything we have going on in the rest of the house, whether it be heat or air conditioning, just flows all through these gaps and goes pretty much just straight outside, and there's nothing we can do about it. So over the next couple weeks, I'm going to be working on closing off the patio, making this kind of an all-weather space, so whatever is outside is kind of inside, but the rest of the house we can control, whether it be warm or cold, and help minimize some of the energy usage that we're just kind of throwing away, and also hopefully save us a lot of money on bills so that the rest of the house can be climate controlled. To close off the patio from the rest of the house, I'm going to be adding two sets of French doors, one off the dining room and one off the living room. And then I'm also going to be installing a door and a window off the breakfast nook area. Lastly, we've got these giant window knockouts that used to be windows, and I've decided I'm going to close that off, frame it in, insulate it, and drywall it so that we have a nice formal dining area, and then we can use the French doors to walk in and out off the patio into the dining room if we need to, or into the living room. So without further ado, let's get started on knocking this project out. First, I'm starting by removing the old casings and trim around the old frames and window knockouts. And then I can focus on removing the old door frames themselves. I chose to buy pre-hung French doors because they're easier to work with, but it requires removing the existing door jambs and the old door jambs that were there. This is one of those instances where I really wish I had the original materials to restore the house to the way that it was, but unfortunately I don't have them, so I've got to do what I got to do. Installing the French doors is a matter of making sure the rough opening is the proper size, and then getting the pre-hung door in place, checking it for plumb and level in the opening, and then shimming and fastening it in place. From there, I'm moving on to the window knockouts. I had to remove the old window frames and sills so that I can frame the windows in and insulate them. I started opening up the walls as well, and as expected, there is no insulation in them at all, which sucks because that means I'm gonna have to remove all the old tongue and groove paneling in order to insulate the walls, which I'm not looking forward to. Well, it's the end of day one, and some good stuff happened, and some really not good stuff also happened. Two things happened when I opened up the walls that aren't good. Number one, I was having a really hard time getting the old knotty pine paneling off without breaking it. It's old tongue and groove. I really wanted to save all of that and reuse it, but everything that I was trying to do to save it didn't work, and it was breaking apart a lot. And so unfortunately, I'm probably gonna lose a lot of that knotty pine. I'm not gonna be able to re-panel the walls just as they were. And so I'm kind of bummed about that. Secondly, when I did open up the walls and saw that there's no insulation, I also saw that there are some potential framing and structural issues with how they added this piece onto the house that could be potentially very bad. Fortunately, I'm able to recognize and understand a lot of these issues and address them before they became a larger issue than they already are. Unfortunately, that means this project just got a hell of a lot bigger than what I thought it was going to be, which is going to require more time and more money. And anytime you open up a wall, you risk exposing issues that have kind of been passed on to you from previous owners who didn't want to address them or didn't know about them. You know, every project gets bigger than you think it does, and this is a perfect example of how that can happen. I'm happy that I was able to discover these issues before they became a bigger problem. I'm gonna fix it, but it's gonna take some time, and it's gonna take some energy, and it's gonna take some money. But make sure you stick around for future videos to catch the updates on the space. And don't forget to subscribe for more content. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Hey guys, what's up? Today it's all about the foyer. We are working on the entryway of the house, and for the design of this, we are going to do a little bit of a two-tone paint scheme and some DIY board and batten. So here we go.